In the children's story Robin Hood, he stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Like the story has portrayed over the years, Robin Hood was the man of his time. He was doing good for the people that had less wages. He was taking from the wealthy and giving to the poor. But just like the social government Andrew Yang is proposing for the United States, Robin Hood was still and always will be a thief.
Me say, hey, everyone gets $1,000 a month, you're like, wow, that sounds too good to be true. It is not too good to be true. My flagship proposal is a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month for every American adult starting at age 18. So that means that you would receive $1,000 a month every month. And this is a renaming of something called universal basic income.
All right, he plans on telling you what universal basic income is. But before he tells you, I'm going to mention something that he completely leaves out. He says the problem is the big multi-billion-dollar and trillion-dollar companies such as Amazon and Google don't pay taxes. Well, that's the first problem right there. Just imagine if nobody had to pay taxes, and think of the money that you could save back. It would be a lot more than $1,000 a month. In the same way that the government plans to steal your hard-earned money every single year, Yang is still planning to do that, just not from you personally, but from these big companies. And imagine if you were the owner of one of these big companies, and you've worked your whole life to build up what you have, and now this guy's going to step in and decide to take what you've earned as his own and spread it around the United States. And basically he's doing it for votes. The point I'm trying to get across is, if he can do this to big multi-billion-dollar franchise companies, then he can very well do it to an everyday individual in the United States. He can take our money way easier than he could take Amazon's money. And if he gets by with it, then the next step is going to be taking our money and adding it to the Amazon money so he can give out more money. And just like this proposition is gaining him votes all over the country to people that just flat out don't understand what's going on, will also gain him votes in the next election, which he will be, trying to be reelected. And to a person who don't know what's going on, $1,000 a month sounds like, an ace in the hole. But to people who are paying attention, it's straight up theft. And it's no different than taxes. It's no different than armed robbery. It's all still theft.
So this is not as radical as you might think. 44% of American jobs will be subject to automation in the next 20 to 30 years. 20 to 30% in the next 10 to 20 years. I mean, think about what that means. The most common jobs in the US economy are administrative and clerical, which includes call center workers, retail and sales, food service and food prep, truck driving and transportation, and manufacturing. Those 5 sectors are all going to shrink, and that's half of American jobs. And then you're looking at other white-collar jobs like insurance agents and financial advisors and accountants and bookkeepers, radiologists. Like, a lot of professions are going to get affected by this.
See what he's really doing? Instead of helping the less fortunate and the people who make less money, he's actually preying on them. Instead of saying, hey, in all these automated jobs, we're going to put a stop to this, and we're going to make sure everybody has a good, high-paying job and plenty of hours to work so you can make all the money you want to make. But instead, he's making sure that AI comes in to take over your job so you'll be more willing to accept his $1,000 a month. And just by these simple ads that he's been running online, he's making sure to put into the minds of the American people that AI is coming and you are soon not going to have a job, which means you're going to have his $1,000 a month, regardless. He's leaving the people with an ultimatum that they don't have a decision to choose from. And he's basing it all off this unethical sourcing known as socialism, as we most know it as theft of the American people.
Signature policy is to give every adult in the United States $1,000 a month, no questions asked.
That's right.
I think that's like $3.2 trillion a year. How would you do that?
Sorry?
Signature policy is to give every adult in the United States $1,000 a month, no questions asked.
That's right.
I think that's like $3.2 trillion a year. How would you do that? Sorry?
How would you do that? Sorry?
How would you do that? Sorry?
All right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Just a few things to remember. Socialism is and always will be theft. It's unjust, and it's plain, flat-out evil. Also, in times of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And if you guys support my work here on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe and share on all your social medias, and leave a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think about Yang and his socialist government he plans to force upon the American people. And until then, guys, I will see you all in the next video.